Hey there, hey, what's up, everyone? Hopefully, you had a fabulous holiday weekend. I know I did. I got to spend some amazing days up in the Pikes Peak, Colorado Springs area. I absolutely love nature. I loved getting out with my family and hiking the trails. And I also loved bundling up, and staying warm, cozy in a beautiful cabin. So, welcome. I hope you had a beautiful holiday weekend. Welcome to another amazing training experience on Between the Reps. My name is Karissa Adkins, and I'm the number one, and I am the CEO and founder of a global health, lifestyle, and mindset coaching company called 365 Daily Hustle. I am the number one mindset and health expert, helping CEOs, coaches, and lady bosses boss up their bodies, their mindsets, and of course, their bank accounts. I help these purpose driven women 10x their habits, their routines, and mindsets so that they can truly show up and thrive in this world. Right. So, as I go live every single Monday, giving you badass tips and strategies on how to up level your game in the arenas of health and mindset. And guys, when I'm talking health, I'm not just talking your physical body, I'm talking mental, emotional, spiritual health, right? I'm a holistic coach, and I truly believe that we can heal everything, including our past, by working on some of that stuff. But ultimately, that we can have our best life ever, right? We can create our best life ever, whether that's changing our thought process, upgrading our mindset, upgrading our habits. It doesn't matter. I believe that women can and should and deserve to have it all. So as I go live every Monday, feel free, you guys know, drop any of your questions, comments, or ahas in the chat. I'm happy to answer them, because your journey to a healthier, happier, and more fulfilling life starts right now. Every week on the Between the Reps show, you will hear insights, tips, and strategies from me. And in the future, I'm going to be bringing on a lot of my team members. And we're going to be talking about topics around mindset, confidence, fitness, nutrition, productivity, balancing out this crazy thing called life. Between the Reps is your dose of motivation, inspiration, and real no bullshit talk to help you go from blah to badass. So if you find today's training, or this video useful, let me know, right? I'd be happy to put more content around it together. If you have more questions, feel free to send me a DM or comment below if you have any questions. The fourth Monday of every month, I go live answering a Q&A, a Q&A talk. So over the last 20 plus days, right, I've been collecting questions from you guys, from my audience, from my fans, and I just give like no bullshit talks and strategies. The first Monday of every month is all about mindset, and the second Monday is all about lifestyle habits. The third Monday is all about taking all that stress and chaos and overwhelm out of our life, and I give you a very powerful meditation most of the time on those episodes. And then, of course, the fourth Monday is Q&A, so which is where we are here today. Now, today we're talking all about fitness, nutrition, macros, and gut health. But before I dive into the content today, I want to quickly tell you all about the 25 Days Fitness Challenge. It kicks off this Thursday, and I'm so freaking excited for it. So let me tell you what this challenge is all about. So it's free for all women looking to stay healthy and stay committed towards her body movement and exercise over the next 25 plus days. Right. I know once like December 1st hits, you're no longer thinking about you're no longer thinking about your health, your self-care. You're just like on go, go, go mode, buying presents, making dinners, attending holiday parties. But I would encourage you to stay focused in on your health over the month of December, which is why the 25 Days of Fitness Challenge always kicks off on December 1st every single year. We've been doing it for many, many years, probably 4 years by now. And I have so much fun every single time. So it is free. It's a free fitness challenge for women looking to get and stay healthy. Okay. It includes a fun guidebook. It includes daily live videos from me. And I do all the fitness stuff, right? So I'm going to be showing you all the different exercises. I'm going to show you the modifications if you need them. This is a challenge for all fitness levels, all ages of women. You are all welcome. There is nothing that we are not going to do that you cannot do in your home or in the gym or in, a hotel room if you're traveling. Okay. So I like to make a no excuse workout. And trust me, you're not going to need a ton of stuff, but your own body, maybe a pair of dumbbells every now and then, some resistant bands. But other than that, this workout is going to be so much fun each and every day. So yes, you're going to get live training from me every single day. I go live. You're also going to get accountability and support. Okay. Because we all know that when we need to show up for ourselves, when we need to make some drastic life changes, when we need to up level or boss up in our life, in our health, in our business, we need accountability and we need support and we need wisdom. So this challenge includes all of that. Okay. You're going to, if you sign up, you are going to, and I don't even want your email address. It's not even one of those campaigns, right? I don't even care about that. I just want to get women moving and grooving during the holidays. So it truly is just like a fun fitness challenge, right? Go at your own pace. But I'm going to hold you accountable each and every day. So after I go live, I'm going to go and tag every single woman that signed up for the challenge. If you have questions or need support or guidance, then you have me as a go-to expert in the DMs. So it's going to be a truly phenomenal, fun challenge. It's super festive. Bring your fitness gear. I just ordered like 2 or 3 new pairs of leggings so that I could be wearing some fun, festive leggings on the videos. So yeah, I hope you join me. If you are interested in learning more about this challenge, or you're like, hell yes, sign me up, just go ahead and type the word Christmas below and I will invite you to the challenge. We are going to host this challenge over in the Healthy Hustle Facebook community. That's where I host all of my free challenges and of course all of my paid challenges as well. But anyway, okay. So between the wraps, I'm so excited for today's content because we are jam-packed. I have so many amazing questions from all of you women out there. I probably had 15 that I needed to shuffle through. And so I'm just going to get straight to it. Okay. So question number 1 is, what is the best type of workout to get in quickly during the holidays? I loved this question. First off, I never mention any names because I want women to feel confident and comfortable asking me questions. So I love this question because so many women and men and people just worldwide, so many people make so many excuses for why they can't fit in a workout over the holidays. And yes, I'm going to call BS because I am just as busy as everybody else. I mean, I'm a TV show producer. I'm a podcast, interviewer. I go live here. I have clients. I speak all over the world, and I still make fitness a priority during the holidays. Okay. And that's just the work stuff I mentioned. I'm like, gosh, I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I have 2 fur babies. I do it all just like you. Okay. So I have I could make all kinds of excuses for why I can't fit in fitness over the holidays, but I am going to call BS on that. So it's really easy to put your health and fitness on the back burner during the busiest time of year. I mean, I'll be honest, right? It's crazy out there, right? But with the right approach, you can still make your health a priority. So I want to talk quickly on with this question, right? What are the best type of workouts to get in quickly during the holidays? So when I ask, I say, I always say, what does Karissa do? Right? I always tell my clients, what would Karissa say? What would she do? And when I ask myself that question, I think time effective workouts, right? So I think circuits, supersets, hit workouts, and wraps, classes like quick boot camp classes, all kinds of things come to mind when I think quick workouts. Okay. Quick workouts is what I got out of that question. So here we go. Quick workouts, right? Circuits and supersets. What the hell is that? What does that mean? Well, circuits supersets is a combination of a few exercises put together that really target different muscles. Okay. In between the supersets, you take a quick break to relax and then you get right back to work. So let me give you an example of what maybe an upper body superset would look like. Maybe you have bicep curls. Then you go straight into tricep kickbacks. Then you go straight into renegade rows. You'll do shoulder presses and then push-ups. So the cool thing with circuits and supersets. So a circuit is when you clump a bunch of exercises together and then take a break. Supersets are when you can either do all of the same muscle group, or you can start like doing all kinds of different types of muscle groups, right? It doesn't matter. You can do it the same. You can keep it upper body, you can keep it lower body. You could do bis and tris. You could do back and shoulders. You could do back and biceps. There's no limit to what you can do with supersets and circuit training, which is what I love. Okay. But it's really, really quick. So you're going to say, I'm going to do 10 bicep curl. I'm going to do 10 of each exercise, and I'm going to go straight through. And when I'm done with the push-ups, I'm going to take a 30 to 40 second break, and then I'm going to get right back into it. Okay. So you're going to do bicep curls, tricep kickbacks, renegade rows, shoulder presses, push-ups. Take a quick break. Do it again. As many rounds as you want, right? So, and that could just be one superset. Then maybe you work on the next superset. Okay. So a normal workout that could take you 45 to 60 minutes in the gym or at home doing like, if you did bicep curls all together, and then you did tricep extensions, and then you did renegade rows, if you did like 3 sets of 10 of all of that with breaks, it can go into 45 to 60 minutes is what I'm trying to get at. But when you combine them, it's like a superset, right? You take that upper body workout that maybe took you 45 to 60 minutes, and you can literally get it down into 30 or less. Okay. It just depends on how hard you're working. If you're not struggling on those reps, then you may not even need a rest. Okay. But you should always be challenging your body. I call that bossing up your workouts. Like, where can you put a little bit more oomph into it? Okay. Another type of exercise that I like is called an AMRAP. Now it's AMRAP. Okay. And this just stands for as many rounds as possible within a set period of time. So I teach all of these things to my clients, right? AMRAP, as many rounds as possible within a set period of time. So this consists of several different exercises with a set amount of time. Okay. So you say, I've only got 10 minutes to work out. Great. I want you to pick like 5 different things to do, and then you're going to do as many rounds as possible. Okay. So maybe I'm going to do 20 jumping jacks, 15 squats, 10 step back lunges, 5 sit-ups, and 5 push-ups. So you just write out what you want, and you do as many rounds as possible in that short amount of time, giving it all of your effort. Okay. So that is what an AMRAP is. Like, it's no bullshit. Like, you're going to be sweating after 10 minutes of go exercise. Okay. And you don't have to have any fancy equipment for any of these things. Okay. So you get what I'm saying. If you've got 15 minutes, build yourself a 15-minute workout. If you've got 20 minutes, build yourself a 20-minute workout. But the goal is to do as many rounds as possible. So what I do is I would get a piece of paper. I write down all the exercises that I want to do. I try and include one cardio type, exercise like jumping jacks, burpees, kickback, like a high knees, something like that, right? Something that's going to get your heart rate up. And then I'll slow it down with 4 more exercises. You get what I'm saying here, hopefully. And if not, definitely ask me questions. So then after I've written down what I want to do, I then set a timer on my phone, and boom, I do as many rounds as possible. You get the point. Okay, the third and final exercise, it's very quick, down and dirty, going to get y'all sweaty, burning lots of calories and all that jazz, is a HIIT class. Okay. I love HIIT. In fact, I love HIIT so much. That was one of my very first certifications that I went out and got, because I love high intensity interval training. And that is exactly what HIIT stands for. High intensity interval training. It burns a lot of calories, not just while you're kicking ass and taking names, but it also leaves you burning calories for several hours afterwards. Okay. So a HIIT, there's so many apps right now that you can download to like do a timer, but a HIIT really at the end of the day is like 30 seconds on, 30 seconds rest, 1 minute on, 1 minute rest, 45 seconds on, 15-second rest. You get the idea. But when you're working, right, when you're actually actively working your muscles, you give it everything you've got. You don't stop until the timer says rest. Okay, so you can get a really powerful workout in less than 12 minutes. Okay, so when I do a HIIT class, I warm up my body, right? I do a HIIT, And then I do like a 5 to 10 minute cool down stretch. So in less than 30 minutes, I'm getting a full workout, full body workout. I love HIIT, I love AMRAP, and I love circuits. I quite often do supersets and circuits while I'm lifting weights. The fourth and final thing I'm just going to add in here that I wasn't planning on talking about is weightlifting, you guys. This is like, yes, cardio is very important, but when we lift weights, we build muscle. Muscle burns fat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So anyone trying to melt some fat over the next 30 to 45 days or into 2023, I want you to consider yourself doing some kind of body weight or strength training class, okay? Build some muscle. Ladies, we need to build some muscle. Okay, so my coach's tip here would be to decide on which days you want to work out on. Okay, so just ask yourself during the holidays, what days do I want to work out on? Okay, for some of you, it's going to look like 2. For some, it's going to look like 4. And for someone like me, it's going to look like 7. 7 days a week. Do I work out every single day? Absolutely. Am I burnt out? No. Okay, and I've been doing this over a decade. So that's question number 1. It's like coach's tip. Second thing is commit to your goals. I want you to make a very powerful commitment statement to your fitness goals. Like this Christmas, I'm going to do the 25 days of Christmas challenge and I'm going to show up every single day. And that's the goal. Not the goal is to like, show up and kick ass and be the hardest worker in the room. No, just freaking show up, right? Commit to that goal. The third thing would be to communicate your goals with your partner or your family. So some people, they set these really powerful commitment statements to themselves every single month, but they don't communicate. They don't take it to the next level. So if you're trying to work out 3 days every single week during the month of December, you probably need to tell your kids. You probably need to tell your partner. You may even need to tell your boss. Okay. So just think about who needs to know about your goals so that you can actually show up and do them. Okay, so if you commit to my 25 days of fitness challenge, who needs to know about it? Or maybe nobody. Okay, but if it affects their life, you're going to need to communicate a little bit. Okay, and then the last quick tip on getting fitness, like a quick workout in, is always schedule it. You guys schedule this stuff in your calendars. That's like the biggest thing that women go wrong is they're like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then it's not even on their calendar. What you schedule, you prioritize and you get it done, right? It's like if we put in a doctor's appointment, if we put in a board meeting, if we put in a client call, we get that shit done because it's on the calendar. It's important to us. Your health, your fitness should be on your calendar as well. Every morning, if I showed you my calendar right now, you would see from 4 to 6 a.m. Because yes, I work out for 2 hours, but I love working out. You have to remember that's what I do. I love working out. It clears my head. It challenges my body. I feel like a fucking rock star. It gains confidence. Like I love working out, and not all of it. Trust me, you guys, is like working out. I work out with my husband. We BS back and forth a lot. We do cardio and strength training. Just depends on what time of year. So yes. All right. I'm going to go in, moving on to the second question. How can I stay motivated and healthy during the holidays? I love this because people think that motivation is going to, like, once they get it, they're going to always have it. I love talking about this topic when I'm interviewed on podcasts and like panels, expert panels and things like that. Like the whole topic of motivation fascinates me. So anyways, okay. So number 1, how to stay motivated. Doesn't matter if it's the holidays or not. So I'm just going to let the holiday part go. So how can I stay motivated towards reaching my health and fitness and weight loss goals? Let's just take it with that. So number 1, the power of action. I want you to write that down, right? Some people wait for motivation to kick in before they pick up a dumbbell or eat the healthy meal. But the best way to boost motivation is by taking small, empowered action steps every single day. Right? Motivation coexists with action. Motivation is triggered when we take the first steps towards something. We feel empowered, right? So I'm going to challenge you all. If this is you, don't wait for the end of the year. Don't wait until you feel motivated. Just fucking do it. Do something, right? Clean out your pantry, attend a group class, prep one healthy meal, plan your healthy meals. Set these things, right? Set these types of tasks in your calendar. These are just as important as your nail appointment before the next holiday gathering. Okay. So consistent action actually like builds motivation. Okay. Consistency will build motivation. Tip number 2 on motivation. Or I'm sorry, I want to go back because I said that wrong. So yes, consistency is key, but just showing up and doing the little things is going to help you feel more motivated. Okay. So that's it. All right. Number 2 is the power of small choices. So I live by the 1% rule. So back when I was 213 pounds, hated my life, depressed, smoked every day, like all this jazz. You guys know my story. If you haven't by now, like ask me about it. I'm happy to tell you. But I just lived by the 1% rule, small daily action steps. So have your health plans ever been messed up by somebody else? Have you ever caught yourself saying things like, well, I'll get to my workout right after I answer this email. I'll get to planning out my meals for next week once I take Susie Q to dance lessons. I'm going to finally sit down and talk to my husband about this really important thing that I've got to get off my chest. Oh, but you know what? I'm going to take my kids, like they need me to support them first, right? Like these are all things that allow us to get in our way, right? The bigger problem with all of this stuff is that when women put themselves on the back burner for a long period of time, they do tend to lose motivation for working towards their goals. I hear this literally all the time. My son's practice got over late, leaving me only 20 minutes to work out, so I just decided to skip it altogether. Okay, so again, go back to considering having a 10 or a 15-minute workout ready to go. Or another one I get all the time is, oh, I woke up later. I hit the snooze. It was a late night. I hit the snooze 2 or 3 times. And by the time I woke up, I realized I didn't have an hour to go to the gym and I would have just had 30 minutes. So I just decided to skip it today. Like, no. Have a plan of action for when those things happen. So some days, if I hit a snooze every now and then, right? I'm a human being, not a robot. So every now and then, if I hit the snooze too many times and I wake up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've only got like an hour. Because you have to remember, I get up at like 4, 3:45. So if I've slept until 4:30 in the morning, I still have an hour and a half before I need to be back home to shower and get my kids going. And so instead of maybe my normal workout that I had planned, I will then go do something else shorter, whether it's just cardio and core. Maybe I'll do the group class at the gym, like something, okay, that I get up and I still move my body no matter how many times, you get what I'm saying, right? Like I just because I only have 20 minutes, I don't let that be my excuse for not getting up and going working out. Another, could have been disasters. Yesterday we got back from Colorado Springs, and I knew I needed to get groceries, and I knew I needed a food prep because food prep sets me up for healthy eating throughout the week. And so I said, Karissa, what can you prep that's really easy and super fast so that I get through it? And so I was like, okay, forget the chicken and the rice bowls and all that jazz. Just go for a salad and some tuna. Okay. Like press the easy button. So I could have allowed the excuse of, oh, I just got back. It's Sunday. It's 5 p.m. I got to go groceries. I got to cook a dinner. I got to food prep. Like what's going to go? It's definitely not going to be my food prep. That's a priority for me. Okay. So I want you to just, when we talk about taking small, powerful action steps, I want to go back to that. Is like, where can you take small baby steps that's actually going to lead you to bigger results? Okay. So many women, in order to lose weight and get healthy, they think they've got to do all the stuff. And I'm like, how about you just start with one, right? How about you just start with working out every day? How about you just start with, eating your meal plan? How about you just start with going to bed on time? How about you just start with a simple 5-minute meditation, right? We tend to go big when in fact we need to always come in and go small. Do less, okay? Master and harness the power of a small habit that will help you get to the next habit. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Okay. Another question, because I'm running out of time. I've got like 5 minutes here. So last question, a couple last questions. How can I improve my gut health? So she clearly read maybe a story of mine, how my digestion was shit for like ever until the last couple of years. I've started to improve my gut health. So this one's simple and easy. Eat more fiber, limit your processed foods, implement fermented foods into your daily nutrition intake, and lower your stress levels. Okay, those are 4 things that I make sure that I do every single day so that I can improve and continue to improve my gut health. I eat lots of fiber. I limit my processed fast foods, right? I implement fermented foods. I love kombucha. I love sauerkraut. Like, I love kimchi. Any type of fermented foods is great. And I make sure I really monitor my stress levels, which is why on week 3 of Between the Reps, I am always talking about lowering your stress levels, okay? Because stress affects everything in our body, including gut health, okay, and inflammation, everything, okay? So that was an easy question. I just want to kind of give that out there, which leads me into another question. So this one's actually one of my clients. Shout out to you, girl. You'll know who you are. She said, how to pack your meals with fiber. Like, how can I add more fiber to my meals? Okay. She wanted to know about supplements and foods. So personally, I'm not a supplement pusher. I take a very holistic approach when it comes to living my best and healthiest life. Yes, with that said, of course, I take some supplements. All right. So because as clean as I can eat, I am still not getting all the proper nutrients that I need in my body so that I can thrive. Okay. So I'm not going to go out and tell you about supplements. Like, if this was a what would Karissa do moment, I would go to my local store like Walgreens or something, CVS, and I would go down the healthy supplement aisle, and I would be like, where's a supplement for fiber? So that's like pressing the super easy button. But as a coach, as a nutritionist, as a health expert, I always want to go back to food, because food can kill us and food can cure us. So if you've got digestive issues, which is probably why this client and women are talking about fiber, right? They want to kickstart their digestion. I always bring it back to food. I'm a holistic coach. Okay. So foods that are rich in fiber, like beans, right? So think 3 bean salads, bean burritos, chilies, things like that. Beans, add more beans to your life. Whole grains, which means whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta, brown rice. White rice doesn't offer much fiber. So brown rice is a great source of fiber. Popcorn, one of my favorite freaking snacks, especially around the holidays, because I'm always popping popcorn in my air popper because we have a lot of family game nights, and I love popcorn. It's like a go-to snack for me. Nuts, all kind of peanuts and walnuts and all kinds of nuts, pistachios. Baked potatoes with skin on them. Don't peel them and bake them, or don't just eat the shell, right? Eat the skin as well. So a baked potato with skin. Berries. There are quite a bit of fiber in berries, and anything bran cereal, right? So always ask yourself, instead of going towards medication and supplements, where do I need to increase, with food? How can I heal my body with food? Which brings me to that next one is, if you're having digestive issues, I will always take the holistic approach to it. So look at the foods that you're eating. Document what causes you to have upset stomach, constipation, maybe skin issues. All of these things are food related. Eczema, food and stress related. Eczema, cold sores, digestion issues, gut issues, all kinds of those things are food and food related. Okay. So I always say, start tracking everything that you're eating, and like when you eat, what you eat, who you're being when you eat, and then how is your digestion for that day. Okay. All right, my last question. I'm trying to sneak her in. I've got like 2 minutes. I'm going to be over on my time today. How do you know how many macros you need for your caloric intake? How do you determine your caloric intake to lose weight? Now, this question is loaded. I'm not going to be able to answer it all, but calculating your macros for weight loss can be a game changer when it comes to fat loss. It will also help you fuel your fitness correctly. As a coach, me and my team don't really focus. We don't try and teach our clients necessarily all about macros and calorie counting, because there's a better freaking way. There's a sustainable way to losing weight and keeping it off forever. If you're asking me how I know this, it's because this is how I was able to lose close to 100 pounds of fat, and I've never weighed my food or really counted calories or anything like that. Okay. However, let's go back to the question, calculating macros for weight loss. So we teach our clients how to track their macros once we do all the calculations. Okay. So the hardest part is doing the calculations. So we give those to our clients, and then it's their job to track them and eat the foods that we've given them, right? Option B that we do is we teach them the holistic approach to losing weight and keeping it off forever, right? AKA sustainable nutrition. I teach them 365 intuitive eating method, which allows them to eat the foods that they love without having all the stress and the overwhelm and the bullshit that goes along with counting calories and macros. Or C, we help them press the super easy button, rewrite them custom weight loss meal plans, right? They're delicious, they're healthy, and you're not just eating brown rice and chicken for the next 12 weeks because that's boring as hell. But let's go back to the macros, right? What are macros? Well, that's an abbreviation of a word called macronutrient and refer to the three main nutrient groups humans need: protein, carbs, fats. So how do we do all the calculations to figure out your macros? Well, step one is that you need to figure out your basal metabolic rate, your BMR. Okay. And I'm not going to go into that. I don't have time, but step one would be to figure out your BMR. Step two is to be real with your activity level. So I always ask my clients, are you actually going to do the workouts that we give you, or where are you going to start with that? Right. Because so many people are doing little to no exercise at all. Right. They're saying sitting is the new smoking because we're all on our, laptops and cameras and phones and all that jazz. We're sitting way too much. So if that's you, then you have to be very aware of that. The next level is like light exercise a few times a week. Maybe they're getting 2 to 3 workouts a week. The next would be like moderate, right? 3 to 5 times a week, or heavy exercise like me, 6 to 7 times per week. Your activity level will determine what your caloric intake needs to be. Okay, will determine your macros. Step 3 is you need to work out how many grams of each macro then you need to eat. Not all macros are created equally. For every gram of protein and carbs, your body is provided with 4 calories of energy, while fat provides 9 calories per gram. So to work out how many grams of each food, you multiply your total daily calories by 0.4 for protein and 0.3 for carbs and fats. The protein and carbs figures are then divided by 4 and the fat figure by 9. The final figures will be how many grams to eat, right? Proteins, carbs, fats. Okay, so I know that was like the quickest, dirtiest rundown of that, but if you guys are looking for your macros or like how to count, I'm not going to tell you go and count calories because to me, that ain't my jam, right? I don't want to count calories for the rest of my life. And I'm all about helping women create sustainable health with nutrition, with fitness, with mindset, with self-care, etc. So I'm all about creating healthy habits that support a good way of living, a healthy body, a healthy mindset. So if you are needing your macros, if you're like, I'm going to do this the macro way and the calorie counting way, I'm happy to do them for you. Just comment below with the word macro, MACRO. I will calculate this for you. No questions asked. Well, that's a lie, I guess, because I am going to need to know how many days you work out, what's your age, what's your height, what's your current weight. I'm going to need some of those questions, but once I figure that out, I'm happy to give you your macros. If you want to go for it, then do it. If not, if you're like, shit, this is there's got to be a better way. There is. It's my way. It's an easier way to eating and losing weight, I promise you. So with all of that, you guys, I am out of time. What a jam-packed episode of Between the Reps. I do hope you consider joining me for the 25 Days of Fitness Challenge. If you are interested in more information or learning more about that, just comment below with the word Christmas and I will send you some information. And if you have a question, a burning desire you want answered in the December Between the Reps episode of Q&A with Karissa, feel free to drop me a DM. I keep a little card every single month. I get a question. I write it down. You get the idea. But anyways, join me next week, the first Monday of every month. I go live and we're talking all about mindset strategies. So join me soon. I'm Karissa Adkins, the #1 mindset and health expert for women. Love you.